Click below to subscribe to our page.
Hi guys, welcome back to episode 2 of What's Your Brand Mean to You? Today we got a special guest, we got Cameron.
Hi guys.
I've worked and coached and mentored Cameron for
About 17, 18 months now.
okay, time flies. Today we're going to be talking about how to get the best from yourself and how to get best from others. The longer I've been in business and the more experience I've got, I find when someone asks me a question, I want to just give them the answer. Whereas I think a much better way of coaching people is asking them what they think.
And for me, when people are coming through and want to run businesses, be entrepreneurs, asking for a decision is actually you making no decision at all. And for me, that's actually incredibly dangerous in business.
First and foremost, you've got to set the example. I don't think you can teach something that you don't do yourself. I think the way management coaching's changed is in the past it was sort of a tell me. These days for me it's more like, you show me and we do things together type of scenario.
Yeah, I completely agree, especially in business. Actually, it also transfers over into sport. Myself personally used to play professional rugby over in France. For me, the captain and the leader doesn't necessarily need to be the guy at the front of the room telling people what to do. He's actually the guy on the field setting the standard, setting the pace and putting in the hard yards. And that's how you create a following. For me, the second most important trait to success is actually having a real high ambition level. For me personally, I'm 22 years old, and people in my generation have definitely got a very high ambition level. Unfortunately for me, when it gets past those first couple of months, they almost get distracted and don't necessarily hit their ambitions that they set out.
Yeah, I think the issue with Instagram is it's fantastic, but everybody wants the life that they see on Instagram. I don't think they want the lifestyle that comes with that.
100%. People want to put, the Ferrari up on their Instagram that they have so they get all the likes. Unfortunately, don't want to work hard for the 5 years it takes to afford that Ferrari.
Next up is letting others make a decision. I think for me there's a huge difference between giving advice and giving someone the answer.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think actually giving the answer to someone's quite dangerous. As entrepreneurs, you have 3 decisions.
Yeah.
You either make a decision, you don't make one at all, or you ask for a decision. And unfortunately, if the decision's made for you, you're actually making no decision at all yourself. Therefore, you're not growing and you're actually becoming dangerous in business.
Yeah, you don't learn. I think I've learned just as much from the things that have gone right as the things that have gone wrong.
I completely agree. Discipline, for me, is one of the most fundamental elements to success. And when I say it, I automatically think of somebody that's in the army, or obviously Anton used to be a pilot in the RAF, but for me, discipline doesn't have to be as hardcore as that. For me, discipline is just a really simple choices that we make on a day-to-day basis. Every single day, no matter who you are, we all make the same choice to get out of bed or not.
Yeah.
Subconsciously in your mind, you might be incredible at getting out of bed, but it's a decision whether you press that snooze button or whether you get out.
I think people see it as quite a negative word. Discipline is like, being disciplined in school, or like the forces. When I think discipline, weirdly, I think of like someone's done something wrong. Whereas I find it quite easy to be disciplined because I'm disciplined because I'm trying to hit a goal. I'm disciplined because I'm working towards something.
100%. For me, when you set a goal, it's your decision, your choice, what that goal is. And therefore, every single day you have to make little decisions, which are disciplines, in order to be able to achieve it.
I think with my sort of 10 years of sort of business experience, the one thing that is unusual about yourself is, that I meet plenty of ambitious and motivated 22-year-olds. Don't meet many with the same discipline as yourself. For me, I think the most important thing in business is you've got to enjoy the journey. The one thing I know is this business goes up and businesses go down. And I think the dangerous thing is, if you're emotional too much about the highs and the lows, you're
never going to be successful. When I relate it back to sport, because obviously that's my background, but you think about, the best football teams that have been out there, someone like your Manchester United, they definitely have the expectation to succeed every game. We have the expectation to do well with business every quarter. Unfortunately though, that's not realistic. They're going to lose certain games. Okay?
Yeah.
But what makes them a champion side is almost like the bounce back ability, which we talk about in business as well. For me, the final element and trait of successful people is actually being loyal. And when I say that in my head, naturally I feel like loyalty comes with family. It could be like the pride if you're a lion, or maybe the business that you own. But I don't necessarily mean that. For me, I think loyalty is actually to yourself.
Yeah.
Really interesting statistic from Harvard University over in America. They found that the average person that's over 30 years old has got an attention span between 12 to 15 minutes. Whereas somebody now that's under 25 years old has actually got the attention span of 8 seconds. So what does that mean? Well, people in my generation still setting themselves these goals and things they want to achieve. Unfortunately, with today's society, when they come up against a challenge or maybe an obstacle in their path, they're pushed down a different path instead of pursuing it.
Yeah, I guess when you say that, it makes me think, I've been incredibly loyal to my goals. I've wanted a Morgan for 15 years. It comes this weekend, and I think you see a lot of people that, go back to the Instagram thing we talked about earlier on today, is everyone wants a six-pack.
But they don't want to put in the crunches together.
Yeah, you walk past Krispy Kreme and
it's an easy fix. Yeah, I completely agree.
Thanks for listening, guys, and thanks again to Cameron.
Thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed myself.
Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment down below, and get ready for episode 3.